Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Nelson, you're watching Nature Nell, and if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. As you can see on the thumbnail, boy did I do a lot of cleaning. I did spring cleaning in late summer because it's just something that we don't want to do when we're collectors and we have a lot of orchids. We don't want to get rid of any of them. We want to save them all. We spend so much money on products. We spray everywhere, and at the end of the day, some of them just don't want to come back. The truth about orchids is, and I'm going to tell you right now, when they start going, even if they come back, it's going to take about a good 3 to 4 years to even get it to look the way it did originally when you first got it. I've been seeing a lot in my collection orchids that I bought 5-6 years ago that basically still don't even look close to what they did when I first got them. They just don't want to come back. They're alive. So what I decided to do was I filled my trees with a lot of those orchids. They weren't sick, they were just very weak. So what I did was I put some of them, giving them the benefit of the doubt, but a lot of them, there was no doubt they had to go, because they were just to the point where it was like, why am I keeping you? You never bloomed and you basically look decrepit. That's the only word I can come up with. But anyways, it was time to clean up. And I spoke to a couple of people who are collectors, and they say, you know what, that is the truth that we have to come to conclusions with someday, that we have to get rid of some. And I also need space in my greenhouse. I have no space. My plants have grown substantially large and I have to try to find space, and I can't keep taking up space for things that are just clinging on a string for life. Oh my God, hold on. Come here. She keeps rubbing my legs. Oh, now she leaves. Well, there she goes. She was rubbing my legs the whole time, Savannah. So anyways, this is a super improv video. As you can see, I was just working in the back. I'm sweaty. So I'm just going to take you guys around because it's the only time we've had in almost 2 weeks that no rain. It's been raining every single day. Really crazy. I haven't even watered my orchids. It doesn't need it. So if you guys keep your orchids outside, it's been raining a lot, don't keep watering them because that's how you get fungus. So anyways, I will see you inside. Come here, little girl. All right, guys. So Savannah decided she wanted to pose right in front of where I was going to start. So anyways, these are just some of the many pots that I put out here, cleaned, and I let them fry in the sun to get rid of anything. I pressure clean them with the hose and leave them out here for a couple of days. But of course, it's been raining, so today's the first day I think they actually get a lot of sun. It's been crazy. When I tell you it, we haven't had a rest, not even a second. Anyway, and we've been rebuilding in the front. You know what? Let me grab my glasses. I left them here because when I'm looking up close, this is reality. This isn't unscripted. I told you guys this was totally improv. I literally just got the camera and said, you know what, let me do it right now because it looks like this, beautiful like this, and in an hour it's pouring. Oh my God, what a perfect timing. Oh my God, I am so happy, and I'm so happy that I'm catching this with you guys for the first time. I have no clue what orchid this is. I bought this many years ago. I would say this was the first Redland show I ever went to with Lazaro about 7, maybe 8 years ago. Maybe? I think it's that old. It's when I first started coming down here to fix the house. We didn't even live here yet. And I bought this on a limb. I don't even know why I got it. Maybe because it was on sale, but I kind of like the leaves and I wanted to try something different. And I potted it in here, and this thing has never, ever given me any flowers, but it always looks really cool. Like the plant looks cool, the canes look great. See, an orchid like this, I would never throw out because by itself, it's still beautiful. It looks something like a bamboo grass or something like that. And it looks healthy. But look, and I'm sure some of you already know what this is. Let me put the light. I am so excited. Wow. Mama, I didn't give up on you ever. And she's been planted in the ground for like a whole year. She didn't do well. I put her back in her pot, brought her out into different, oh, Mom, I'm sorry. I think I just bumped her. But I put it in this pot as a last resort about 2 years ago, maybe 3. And it started doing really well. I really love the way it grabbed onto this pot. And so I said, you know what? You look really pretty. I'm going to put you in this corner here. And if someday you bloom, it'll be a great surprise. And look at this. Oh my God. I can't wait to see it open. I'm going to try to wait. Here, that's better. I'm going to try to wait till it opens. And then I'll put it in there as an inset. Because this would be great for a What's in Bloom as a surprise. So I'm going to wait for this to actually bloom. And it looks like it's going to have multiple blooms inside. Once it blooms, I'll know what it is. Now this, I know what it is. This is a famous Josephine Vambrero, the JVB. The mother of hybrids. This is what they use to hybridize other Vandas, especially at the moats. That's where you see it, the moats. It's such a beautiful flower. It has, oh, he doesn't know I'm recording. I'm recording. But after I'm done. You had no idea. I'm telling you, I didn't even plan this. I just grabbed my camera and ran out here. I go, oh, it's sunny. Let's do a video. So you see, this is part of the reason I've been missing. I wanted to take a little break, but it also was raining a lot. So I had no time to record anything back here. It was just like hardcore rain, not like drizzle rain like the other day, like the last video. This was hardcore. So whatever I find back there, it's going to be a surprise to me, because I have not even watered. So anyways, a gorgeous flower all around. Was given to me by Mr. Dave from Morning Dove Nursery. Super cool guy. You guys should check out the video that I did. I visited his home, and he has these all over the trees, like everywhere. And he actually got the name recently because he named it Cher's Dream. And you know what? I still call it that. We were calling it that for years, and it's such a beautiful, beautiful name for this flower. But it has 2 cerulean crosses. It has a blue and a cerulean, I think. But I'll put the name as I always do. Oh my God, the phone is so hot. That's another thing here in the summer. It's hard to record because the phone gets very, very hot. That's a better shot of the flower. So pretty. Very, very pretty flower. So yeah, the summer has been quite generous as far as the blooms go. Like my Tolumnias are doing great. They've been blooming for a while, for like the past almost 2 What's in Bloom. Maybe this will make the 3rd. This one's already starting to kind of go a little bit. It already has that I'm starting to dry out flower look. And I did catch some scales on this one on time, so I had to spray back here everything. Good thing is when I sprayed, it didn't rain till like 8-9 hours after, so it was well in there. Now look at this beauty. Look at this yellow bird. This one I've had for a very long time. Comes from my friend Brethren's. And the hanging pot comes from a viewer of mine. She was very kind to give me that as a gift. I can't remember if she gave it to me. I think it was for my birthday. Yeah, this was for my birthday. And she met me over at a Popka at Curlsmith and gave it to me. She made it herself, and it's such a beautiful piece. I love it. Hoksana. So this is a yellow bird, and I love these because you see how yellow that is? Well, it starts off with the petals red, and then the red starts transitioning to pure yellow like this. And then they're just beautiful, beautiful yellow colors with like a soft yellow in the center. But it's a great flower. It's mixed with the Brassavola nodosa, so you know it's going to have that fragrance at night. And it smells so delicious at night. Like, this is one of my favorite night fragrant. It has almost like a gardenia vanilla fragrance to it. Really, really nice. And very quickly, I know I covered them before, but we're not going to be covering it today. But this is my, well, let's cover the flower. It's finally open. I always show you guys my monkey tail when the flower's about to bloom, and look, it's blooming. A lot of surprises today. I didn't see this. Well, then again, how could you, Nelson? You haven't been back here. Because every time I do come back here, I find that these flowers are all either starting to open or just wilting. But it's a beautiful, beautiful flower. Look how red that is. So pretty. And thanks to several people that told me that this is a monkey tail, not a rat tail, and that the rat tail is the one that has a golden spikes or golden needles or pins or whatever you want to call it. Here's another one that's blooming. Oh, mama, you're so beautiful. I got you blooming. And look, it's variegated as well. Now this one, I can't remember the name, and it's in there. It's in the. Ooh, I'm not gonna lift it. I'll do it when I'm ready to edit, because I'm still learning the names of these, and I still have to tag them. I have a screen clip of one of my viewers who also has a YouTube video, Newman, and he gave me the names of all these cacti. And then this, when I bought it, had this, he told me to be careful because that's thrips. So I didn't even know that thrips get cactus. Like, they are nasty, those thrips. They really get everybody. Now these just started blooming, and I moved them. They were out here, but I moved them here because it was raining so hard that I lost 2 of the flowers on this stick. Hold on, I'm kind of crushed in here. There we go. And it rotted the 2 flowers that were there, so I decided to put it on this side and save these flowers from getting rotted from the rain, because it does. Too much rain on it will rot the petals, and they just go. And it's too beautiful of a dendrobium. Now this one I don't have this one didn't come with a tag, so if anybody knows what this is, can you please let me know? But I think this is one of those, like, standard crosses, maybe. I don't even remember getting this. I have so many dendrobiums. No, that's what happens when you get obsessed with a specific family of orchids and you start buying and trading, and then you forget where you get them. This, I know where I got this. This was from Laz. This was a gift he gave me years ago at Miami. At I forgot whose booth it was. Maybe it was Pam's, but I don't think it was. It was more in the center. And this is a spotted sunspot. I'm sorry, the Mocara sunspot. And it's a really, really generous bloomer. It's always giving. If you look at the cane there, you can see all the old spikes. It is always giving me a spike. It's so, so kind. And I love this color. I don't have a lot of flowers this color, so it's very unique to my greenhouse. I have it in one of these. I get these over at Home Depot, and then what I do is I grab these chicken wire thingies, and I make a cylinder, and then I hold it inside with like pavers. That way it doesn't move. You don't have to fill it with rocks. It's not necessary. It really doesn't need it. You know, people put rocks, and that adds more weight, and then it's hard to move this whole thing. And then I just fill it with different kinds of cane vandas or sun vandas or mocaras or esquisendas or whatever you want to put on here. I even have up here is a no, not smiley, the really funky one. Let me see if it has a tag. I know what it is. I don't think it has a tag. And I can't remember. It's the really funky looking dendrobium. It's not smiley. It's the, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. See, when I don't prepare? Well, it doesn't matter. It's not blooming. So when it does bloom, I'll remember. Right up here, look at this gorgeousness. This encyclia is sick. It is sickling. It is sickling. There you go. Trying to get it to focus. It is a beautiful color. I forgot I own this. Let me see if I have the tag. These I always put the tags on the back. And lately with all the rains, oh yes, look, Pilcata. Is it Pilcata? Yeah. I'm trying to get the cross. There you go. Well, I got these from Brethrens as well, because, you know, I'm also into Cuban orchids, and these are native to Cuba. And these are one that he told me were native to Cuba. And look how beautiful that is. Look at the color on that. Trying to see if the light works better. Yeah. That looks gorgeous. Really, really pretty. I wonder if it has fragrance. It should. Yeah, it does. It has like a spicy fragrance. Not sweet. At least this one doesn't. And I put it on that mount, and look how beautiful. It's grown so big. It has this spike that goes all the way to the back, and that spike. Let me see if guys, if this turns off, it's because my screen is on fire. Let's see if we go in the shaded area here. We're gonna redo this whole thing, because see here, I have a screen. This is a 70% shade, because a lot of you, when I show this for a lot of newbies, I know, because I've been on your side when I'm watching videos. I'm like, no, what is that? What is it? What is the percentage? So that's a 70% UV protectant shade. We put the same thing under here, but we also put a waffled or checkered cloth. But I'm gonna zoom up, and you're gonna see what happened to how crappy this is. Do you see how there's holes here? There you can see it. All those are holes. It melted away with the sun. So we have a new tarp that's white, solid white, and it's called Rhino Tough or something like that. And that's going to be the new one that's going to save from water going in. But all these plants have been getting rained on every day. It does protect a little bit, but they still been like soaking wet. Let me turn off the fan, because I just realized, Savannah, turn off the fan for me. All right. There, because I don't hear it here as much, but when I record it, for some reason it really picks it up, and it sounds so loud. Now back to the tarp. We're gonna just fill half of it like this with the tarp, so this area is a dry area. Now right next to it, look at how beautiful this flower is, and it's so many of them. This was a gift from Miss Vicky, from Vicky's Orchid, over at Opie's. They were having a show, and I was promoting her, and she says, no, I want to give you a gift. So she gave me this, and this is the first time. It's a species. I'm trying to pronounce that, but I'm not going to. So if you guys want to try to find it on Google, please do, and send me the name, because that is not very clear. But anyways, it's a beautiful, beautiful cone of flowers. It looks like a pine cone with just gorgeous, gorgeous orchids. Let me see if I can go really close so you can appreciate the flower itself. There we go. Look at that. It's so waxy. It has a nice, nice fragrance. And just the little freckles and the color combination, it's like that ombre on the lip. How perfect is that? Look at that right there on the tip. It fades out to white, and then it goes in with freckles and into a solid. I'm telling you, nature art is just crazy. Like, we mimic it. But nature already has it. Let me see what it it has. Let me tell you, it's a very, very, very pungent fragrance. But it reminds me a little bit of, I don't know, it has a weird it's not as sweet as other orchids are. It's on the spicier side, and then it just hits you. It's, I don't know, it's a weird fragrance, to tell you the truth. I'm not going to lie. Okay, here we go, because those I already showed in my last What's in Bloom. Here's a perfect example of what I was saying, the Josephine Vambrero crossing with another orchid. This is one of my most beautiful orchids. I bought this the same time that I bought that first orchid I just showed you that I was surprised with the bud, and I have no idea what it is. Well, that day, that Redland day, I bought I think it was 2 or 3 Vandas. They were like for $10 from the Moats. They had to put them for $10 because the tags were lost. Actually, this one didn't have a lost tag. I just bought this one because I liked, they had it on that table of 3 for $50, so I ended up buying 3. I remember now. And then this one was the first one to bloom. And it's a Josephine Vambrero with Kawadi fragrance. Let me see if it still has it here. Yeah. It's from my buddies over at Moats. Here's our information in case you guys want to reach out. Oh, this is hard. Hold on. Switch hands. And they have plenty of JVB crosses. This is just one of them. And they are just gorgeous. It's a very strong Vanda, as you can see. I've had it for about 6-7 years, as long as I had the other one, and it is still doing great. Look at that. It even did this weird curve because I had it on that pot hanging outside. But it's a beautiful Vanda, always giving me wonderful blooms. My Wilbur Chang about to bloom. So you see, guys, excuse me, from everything I got rid of, look how much I still have. And I got rid of not just potted orchids, I got rid of mounted orchids, things that I had back here in my rehabilitation center, as I called it. That's why it's empty, those racks, because it was just too many that just never wanted to come back. A lot of them did, but some of them didn't. And it was just, after 4 or 5 years of collecting, it gets to a point where you have like 20, 30, 40 orchids that just, you gotta let go. You know, it's sad, but something's getting my allergies going. Now, this beauty here, for you guys that have been following me for a while, you know what this is. This is my own made specimen. I got 4 of these. You can kind of still see 1, 2, 3, 4 in there. And I bought them from, now I'm drawing a blank again. I hate when I do these on the spot recordings because I have nothing ready. But anyway, they had these in a box. Oh, look, it has another spike here. So when I first got it, I put it on here, and it took about a good 2 years to really get into that really nice size. And it would give me maybe 1 flower here, 1 flower there. Well, I had it way up there, and I noticed that it had these flowers peeping out. And so I think it is now established enough where it's going to start giving multiple spikes to the point where this whole thing will fill out with spotted charms, which is what I've been hoping for. But look how beautiful. And these are also pretty fragrant, I think. Let me see. Come here. Nope, there's no fragrance on these. I thought they were. They look like they would be. But anyways, it's a beautiful piece on a cork. It established itself very well. It's one of my most established pieces that I've done on a mount. I have several, but this is one of the ones that's done the best. All right, let's see. Do I have anything? I'm sorry if I'm going around. Just bear with me, guys, because everything is a surprise. I am discovering as I go. I think that's it. This rain has been dreadful. Let me see. Yeah, because all these, oh, wait. Neophoenicia. This is the something sneery, sheery, weary. Here we go. The Blue Sneery. Neostylus Blue Sneery Bangyang. And I did get this from Bang Yong years ago. It's a beautiful, beautiful size. Look at that hub. It was so tiny when I first got it, but look at that flower. And now this fragrance should not be in such a little flower because it is so strong and so incredibly delicious. It is a beautiful little flower. It reminds me of like, oh my God, that's fragrance. It reminds me of like a gardenia with a little bit of bergamot. Like it has that kind of fragrance, like not citrusy, but a sweet. Yeah, it has like a sweet vanilla. Maybe it's gardenia and vanilla like the other one. It has that same fragrance because, you know, orchids do share a lot of the same fragrance. A lot of orchid flowers smell the same, and it doesn't necessarily have to be from the same family. Very, very pretty. All right. Hey guys, you're holding up well. You got drenched in rain for a whole week. This is my Mimi Palmer. I've shown you guys this one many, many times. If you want to see it in my last What's in Bloom, I did talk about it when it was fully blooming. Now this is going to be exciting. Do you know what this is? Peristeria lata, one of my favorite fragrances in the world. This is definitely a fragrance not to miss. And the best part about it is so strong that you'll start smelling it as soon as you walk in. It's not one of those that you have to get so close, but when you get close, ooh, is it good. And it's giving me, again, 2 beautiful spikes like last year. And it's called the Holy Ghost flower. That would be the street name, but the scientific name is Peristeria alata. I believe I'm saying that correctly. And it has a beautiful little white flower with a dove inside. And when you smell that little inside where the dove is, it is so hypnotizing. And this is what it looks like. I love this little section here because it looks very jungly, if that's even a word. It's very jungly. The jungle is jungling. So I like all these wide leaves because when you put them together, for some reason, they grow better together. They really do. They've never looked any better than this. This is the best they've looked. And you know, these leaves are very prone to getting these little burn marks, even in the shade house. That's how sensitive they are. But here, they're getting shade, and then they have a little bit of the other shade. So it's not as strong. But look, even where the sun is hitting it, you can see that it bothers it a little bit. But it is what it is, and we have to do the best with what we got. And this, I think, it's a perfect spot for it. Now, this one here hasn't fully opened, but this is what is known as the Bulbophyllum Nelson Vieira. Yes, it is named after me. This was a wonderful surprise. Let me see. This is the actual cross. It was a wonderful surprise from Carl Smith. They crossed this crazy Bulbophyllum and named it after me. And it's really beautiful. It has cranberry and yellow, my favorite colors. And when it opens, oh my God. And look at the size of this. It's a pretty big flower. So I'm always excited when it opens. I own 3 of them. I do have to pot this because due to this right up here, see all that? Well, water got stuck in there, I'm surprised it's alive, knocked all these out. I had to put him back here, and because I haven't had time to be back here and do stuff, I just started cleaning house and doing things. I have to do repotting, and that's one of my top priorities, to repot, but I'm going to wait after it blooms. I did see the spike coming out last week. I came back here and I said, you know what, let me just let it go, and I don't want to disturb it, because you know, you start playing around with the spike and you're excited to see the flower, and then you mess it up, and now you're mad at yourself all week. And for some people, all year. All right, guys, I think that's it around here right now. I don't have anything else to show you. Let's go around this place here. I don't have anything in that side either. Nothing's blooming. And My Hoyas are doing great. We're not going to do the fish room today because I've been doing a lot of work in the terrace. Oh, wait, we do have this. And I'd rather go when it's all nice and tidy and clean. But look here, what surprised me. My Morella. This is the only Miltonia type of cross that has done well for me. And you know why I love it so much? Because this was a friend of mine in Tampa. He brought his, which was massive, and told me divide it, keep half and give me the other half. And I did, and I did not want to lose this. This was so special. So look at this. So I don't know, Jeff, if you're watching. Look, she's doing amazing. And I'm going to tell you why she started doing better. Because the pot I had her in, she did not like it. She doesn't like to be too wet. So I put her in one of these fern root mounts, and it is very wet right now because it was sitting outside. But do you see that bulb right there? That is causing bulb rot. So I had to bring it in here because I had a feeling that because of that nice little roof that broke and just brought down the house, this was part of it that got wet. But look, the good thing is it's still intact. These orchids are strong. They're very, very strong. But I'm hoping that in here, it's going to dry it up. It's still so wet because the humidity is like at 80. It'll come back. I am praying. And then I did do a lot of cleaning house here. All this is going to be repotted, and we're going to put them right back in the little shade house. My corner servi, sorry, next door, they have a greenhouse, and they're talking to the workers. So anyways, this one here I got from Carl Smith, and it's a sequential bloomer. I've been showing you guys for quite a while. It's better if I get up here. And it does have, I think this one has a really nice fragrance. No, doesn't have no fragrance, but man, is it a beautiful flower. Cranberry and yellow, always shooting. Now, the reason I'm showing her again is because I've talked about sequential blooming or sequential spikes. And all the flowers fell out, and look, same spikes, more flowers. So guys, don't cut these spikes, especially these ribbed looking spikes. They look like a spine, especially those usually, if not all, are see right here, another one. Now something like this is not sequential, even though it looks it, just like this. That's not sequential. It's kind of tricky, but once you start collecting them, you start seeing the difference. All right, guys, let's turn this around. All right, guys, that is it. We made it through this heat. I am so wet. But anyways, in the summer is really, really difficult. Not so much because I'm sweating, it's hot, because the phone gets so hot, it starts acting up and turning off in the middle of my recording. So it gets very, very challenging. But anyways, that is it for today. Not a lot of blooms, but a lot of surprises. And I hope you enjoyed those surprises with me, because I sure did. And if you guys need to get rid of your orchids or your plants and you feel bad, don't. If you've done everything you can, it's okay. And I wanted to put this out because in the 4 years I've been doing these videos, I don't think I've ever talked about getting rid of orchids, or I always try to keep it light and fluffy, but it's time to also include some of the parts that we need to face and do. And for me, this was the first time I've ever done this, and I thought I would share it with you. It was eye-opening. It was a little depressing at first, but then when I saw everything being cleaned out and I saw the ones that really are doing well, and I saw them being in a better space, even though in video it looks a little bit cluttered, it is not as cluttered. It was way more cluttered. So I find it now that I could really appreciate the flowers and see them better. So don't be afraid of doing it. You're actually going to feel good in the end when you see how organized and how you can make space for new ones too. So anyways, guys, I will leave you with this. I don't have any shows on the top of my head, but I will put them at the end. I know Ophies is doing one. I know the Redland show is coming up in October. I know the Aroid show is coming up in September. And what else do we have coming up? Those are like the top big ones that I know. And then the Fort Lauderdale one, but that's in January of 2025, which I already got the invitation, and I will be promoting it as the show comes closer. But those are the ones that are actually happening very soon. I'm excited because, come on, it's time to record some more videos. It's been, and honestly, I gotta say, I like the time off I've had because I've been able to focus on other things that I'll be able to share in the future with you guys, like my brand new sidewalk. But I don't want to show it yet because the grass is growing and it still looks, you know, unfinished in the details. So when it's all done and nice, I will share it with you guys. But it looks beautiful. My partner Lewis did it together with our helpers that they actually know about concrete and all that, and he made the design and actually made the mold, which was impressive. And I could show you how it was being built. So he made the mold and they started pouring. Even our helper's wife came to help. She thought it was such a great idea. She was here, she goes, I want to help too. So they all started chipping in. And it turned out really, really nice. It looks very mid-century Palm Springs, which is obviously I just got back from there, and that has always been one of my favorite architectural inspirations. So Lewis was the one that came up with that design, and it came out great. So anyways, guys, no more chatty. I will let you go until the next episode. It may be Ophies, I'm not sure yet. I've been busy at work, so I will try to escape and get you guys a video. All right? You've been watching Nature Now. Remember to always, always keep it green. See you next time.